Restaurant Punk! I move the mic, not the camera! Woo, woo! Woo, woo, woo.
Welcome back to Restaurant Punk. Let's go.
What's up, guys? How are you?
I'm Noelle.
Noelle.
Leah wouldn't want to be ya.
What? I thought we were Beyonce now.
Well, yeah. Leonce.
But I like the Leah don't want to be. I'm Georgie Jazz Hands.
Oh, shit. So Leonce, Georgie Jazz Hands, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and
Noelle.
you got to come up with a nickname.
No
Noelle.
way.
Come on, we're all these episodes
honestly,
in.
most people call me Nicole.
Nicole, really?
Nicole.
It's
Right. I mean, that's terrible.
I will. Okay, sorry.
Bruh.
I know we probably will have a topic, but I will go up to a table as a server, and I'm like, "Hi, my name is Noelle. I'll be your server." Oh my God, Noelle, were you born at Christmas? That's my favorite girl's name. I love the name.
Actually, I
Noelle.
know a girl that was born on Christmas. Her name was
and
Holly.
I'm like, no, I'm a fraud. I was born in March.
I love Shugs.
Shugs
Love
is
ya.
my mother. But people will come up and they're like, oh my God, Noelle, it's the best name ever. I love Noelle as a girl's name. I'll go back, get their water, their Diet Pepsi, and open their wine. And they're like, thanks, Nicole.
Let's share some knowledge today. What do we got? Anybody?
I'm
Anything?
fat and overweight.
Coming
know.
from Jazz Hands.
I don't know.
I have a question for you guys.
Here we go.
And maybe you can answer it for me.
Here he comes to ruin my day.
That's what I'm here.
And go Yianni.
That's what I'm here for. I figure between the four of us, there is 20, 30,
There's,
let's say 60 years of experience.
And there's also
as employee and owner. As employee and owner, how do we feel about your coworkers? Because you, Noelle, Leah, and George do not smoke. Has there ever been a time in your careers?
No.
Hold on, I'm talking about cigarettes. Because as a cigarette smoker,
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
you know where I'm going with this.
We all knows this. We all know where this.
I've heard it come from a lot of non-smokers. How come this gets to take a 5-minute break outside in the middle of service? I want a break. Have we never heard this before?
every day.
There are times in a shift that I will hold my bladder for 3 hours and jeopardize
Do you wear a diaper?
a treatment plan due to not going to the bathroom because I'm just in the weeds. And I'm like, no, I literally stopped drinking water at work because I would rather just be go, go, go. I don't have time, especially being at Vintage BYOB in Cape May, where the bathroom is across the lawn. And it's not just
steps.
like a quick run over, or like run into the bathroom to where you have to take 5 minutes where you don't have 5 minutes in a shift. And
To go to the bathroom?
to go to the bathroom.
So are you saying that you hate my guts because while you're holding it in, I'll
There's this
sneak out?
outside going, I need a cigarette break.
That's me.
Oh, poor you.
So let's get into it.
But I also used to smoke cigarettes, so like
And
the fiend in me understands.
Wait, but you also vape, right? I mean, yes, I get.
Let's put vaping in
this
here
is a
too.
big thing
Does
right
vaping
here,
count?
right? Like vaping does count now.
Vaping does count.
But now,
That big
are you
metal
allowed
dildo
to
thing that they put in their mouth?
vape
That
in
orange thing?
inside the workspace area? Is that Serv-Safe certified? Can you vape inside?
I'm sorry. Can you vape
cannot vape
inside? Like, let's
No.
say you're putting in an order and you're in the back. Can you vape?
Isn't it?
Have you done it? I think Noelle.
Yes.
I think Noelle's already done it.
I mean,
Please, have you met Nicole? She has done it.
Noelle has never, but
The
Nicole has.
N-O-E-double-L-E.
Nicole has done it, but Noelle would never.
Has there ever been a point in time in your careers, though, no matter the age, like, did you ever look at somebody that was a smoker like me who smokes cigarettes that would take 4 to 5 cigarette breaks during the course of a shift?
Yeah.
Because there is some truth to that, to when some of the non-smoking employees would say, you know what, if I add up your time that you smoked today, you had an extra half-hour break, which does not include, I don't know, like a required half-hour break. We don't take breaks in restaurants when it's busy.
there's no break.
There's break. It's just like there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in restaurants.
There's no
There's
breaks in restaurants.
Always crying in restaurants, but not in baseball. But
That's another episode.
True
Crying
story.
in restaurants.
So
Yes.
before I met the Cat Restaurant Group, I was working for a company, and as I was the executive sous chef over there, I didn't smoke, right? And they have bridges, they have some boats they run and whatnot. But there was people that were full time, just like me, and they were allowed to smoke. And I said, why can't I smoke? Or why can't I take a break? Well, in the contract, it says they're required 30 minutes to smoke over an 8-hour period. I said,
is this 1970s? What are we talking about? Are you serious?
yes, I'm not going to say any names right now. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Okay. They know who they are.
Oh, they know,
You know
who
who
they are.
you are.
Was there ever a part of you as
And I went ballistic.
as non-smokers? I would say, is it worth it to smoke?
I mean,
I know
listen,
it's bad for your health.
No,
We're
okay.
not condoning smoking, but we're just being honest here.
There's times, again, now that I am on e-cigarettes, I didn't show the label.
Anyway, just go. Bleak.
But now, like, for me, I will, if someone's going out to take a smoke break, I'm like, okay, I'll take a minute and go outside and I'll hit it a couple times or
That's what
whatever.
she
But
said.
honestly, like, it really depends on the person. It
That's what he
depends on the
said.
person. Like, if there's someone who is grinding it out,
It's so easy right now. That's what she said or
Are we
he
talking
said.
about the smoker or the non-smoker?
The smoker.
We're talking about an
I'm talking
employee
about
that's
an
working in a
employee
restaurant that smokes.
that is working at a restaurant that smokes, if they are grinding it out and they take 2 seconds to run outside, take a couple drags of a cigarette, not even a full cigarette, just take a couple drags, run back in and go back to work, you deserve it.
So,
But it's that one lazy ass busser who barely does shit, who's walking around and who's doing this and doing that. And I'm picking up the slack, even though I'm tipping you out at the end of the night and you get 3 smoke breaks while I'm running around doing your job too. That's when I have a problem.
and I will just say, it really depends on, for me, are you affecting me with your smoke break? Like, are you abandoning your tables and I have to come step in and
Yes.
clear or do
Oh,
something?
Take care of. Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
I
There's
work,
a huge difference.
we all know at this point that me and our producer Liz have worked in nightclubs together.
Get it, girl.
And it used to, listen, very seriously.
Preach it,
There was
Beyonce.
a time where it would be 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. We're 5 deep at the bar. And this one girl who worked at the same bar as us, I can't take it. I need a cigarette. And runs off the bar. She's gone for 5-10 minutes. She's back there smoking, talking shit, texting. We're getting buried. Where the are you?
Do you?
I don't care if you go on a break beforehand, after, when we slow down. Cool.
Go get your fix. Don't use it as a 10 to 15 minute break.
Well,
Now,
not
do
only
you
that,
Get your
do it.
fix. Don't drag it on.
Do it at an
Don't
appropriate
drag it
time.
on.
Don't drag it
read
on.
the
But
room.
It needs to be at read the room. It needs to be at an appropriate time, because if you're leaving everybody holding the bag,
Now, do you?
that's messed up.
Don't be that smoker.
Do you take now? Say you're
Don't
that,
take advantage.
that
Don't take
smoker that
advantage.
would leave there at the bar at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now you're 5 deep and she leaves for 30 minutes.
I mean,
do-
even
do
if
you-
it's 5-10 minutes, when you're getting buried, the amount of
but are
money.
you taking the tips and saying this mother,
Good
There
one,
have
Gio.
been
this mother would
times-
she would now I'm doing now we got out of this rush because the next song is on and Who Let the Dogs Out is playing, all the people on the dance floor. So now we get to change the tips now. Like, what do you do now?
There have been times that we're like, we should pull the buckets. Why is she not back
Pull the
yet?
you pull the
You
bucket.
pull the bucket so that,
No.
you don't do that. But there are times that you want to. And like, even now I'm in a different bar and the guy who I now work with has been there for a very long time. The girl whose place I took smoked a lot. And I've heard him complain, well, at least you stay behind the bar until the end of the night. I mean, I understand if it's once it's expected, once we slow down or before we get busy. But at one point I started saying, I'm taking 5.
Leah, you bring
And
up
nobody
an
should say
amazing
anything.
point.
Yeah,
an
I mean, this
amazing
is-
point.
this
You
is
just brought up somebody that smokes that is an actual beast. And I think we're talking about the same person. And I could make the argument that that was the best person at that position.
Amazing.
And I could smell the smoke on this person's breath as
When they come
ran
back.
yes.
Oh, I hate that.
So I don't want to get into that topic.
Yeah, I can't.
I
do
feel
that.
like that's a whole other
No,
topic.
that's- I
I want to
can't- no,
focus
we're
on
staying with this,
coworkers.
yeah.
But I
But
feel like
when
Leah
you-
brought up an excellent point, because what if they are a smoker and they take those breaks, but they're considered the best at what they do?
So
You should do it at the appropriate time, because it's unfair to your team if your castle is being stormed and you abandon ship to go have a cigarette.
Go on. You
bet, girl, you
if
bet.
you're not,
Jesus.
I'm just saying, because back in the club I
put the
used to
moat
work,
up.
Yeah.
the club I used to work in,
Uh-huh.
for me, it was like, hold it down with me, and when we get time, I'll let you go. I want you to go so you can feel better.
So I'm
it's just
dealing.
not fair.
I'm actually dealing with this right now, and I think that's a really good point. Like, this is phenomenal. So one of my top chefs that I have in my restaurants, he smokes. Listen, he's top line chef,
Yes, agreed.
amazing.
Agreed.
And when we are slammed or whatnot, he will not smoke. If beginning of the shift, slower. We get a couple tickets, and he's like, I'm gonna go smoke. I'm like, all right, go do it now. And he won't smoke again until that second rush is over. I applaud that because I know how smokers are because I deal with these Greeks that smoke a pack of cigarettes. A meeting in 2 hours. It's ridiculous. I don't know what is wrong with you guys.
George, you don't drink coffee. Okay, so
And you don't
if
drink
you really
tea.
want to get into it,
I
who
know.
doesn't drink coffee?
Yeah, like
And who doesn't drink tea?
Oh,
I drink it all.
Okay, thank you.
do we know anybody that doesn't drink coffee? I think George is the only person I know that doesn't drink coffee.
I have one max. I used to drink like a whole pot plus.
But wait, he doesn't. You don't like the taste, or you just the caffeine
I-
is dangerous for you?
I know someone who doesn't drink coffee at all, but they drink like 19,000 like Bang energy drinks
Okay,
or
I don't do any-
whatever to
so
where like
I don't
their
drink-
heart is like palpitating
Great.
from
Like
caffeine.
I don't do any energy drinks. I'll do a pre-workout. Like if I know it's gonna be a busy morning or a busy night, I'll do a
You
pre-workout.
drink pre-workout before
Oh,
work?
that
That's brilliant.
that sensation on your face is so
Hold
numbing.
on, hold on.
Wait, Chef Chinito and me, we did this and it was beautiful.
Shout out Chef Chinito.
Workout before
Yeah.
a
Good idea.
shift
It gets going because my mind
Brilliant.
is so crazy that it just focuses me and I can just go.
You know what
We
feels
used to
better,
take-
George? A cigarette.
Or
No.
Just calm you the down.
No,
Why?
no,
Is it
wait,
the smell?
what, you know what?
Yes.
Yianni, you know what feels better than a cigarette? A blowjob. So suck it. Anyway, so
You said a blowjob is better than a cigarette.
yes, everybody knows that. Google it. Actually, if you Google or
I
ask
disagree.
Siri,
Would I rather have a blowjob after my shift or a cigarette? Now, if
Is
you
that
add
really a question?
an alcoholic beverage with that cigarette, yeah, I mean,
now.
Yeah, it's debatable because you
Well,
can
no,
have a
but
really,
see, I'll smoke a
you
cigar.
brought it up. I don't know.
I'll
Now,
smoke a cigar
we're
once in a
talking
while.
about coworkers and smoking, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm. You're the one who's trying to take it to the next level.
So,
Calm
no,
down,
you
there,
said
Mario.
it. You said
Calm
it's
down,
better.
Mario. We're still on level 1. Don't go to level 2 right now. Don't go down the tunnel and go to the water level. We're still on level 1 right now. Don't go to that next level yet.
I agree with what they're saying. Like, again, if I see someone who's grinding it out, and I know because I quit smoking cigarettes for years, like never thought in my life I would ever pick up anything nicotine again until someone one day was like, I don't like this flavor. Do you want it? And I was like, sure. What's a little nicotine pen?
Ball flavored.
The week after that, 5 days after
See,
that,
I don't know.
4 days after that, I'm buying these things. And the problem, and Nico and I have actually talked about this, is the convenience of these.
It's too
you
easy.
have to go outside when it's cold, when it's this, when it's that. I can
Yeah,
just,
but I'm a
I
man.
can just lay in my bed.
Yeah, but
Yes,
I'm a
but can
man.
you lay- you
I'm
can't
a
lay in
man.
bed
I
in the
can't do that.
restaurant.
I
You
can't do that.
I-
It's impossible. How do you? I can't.
Your brother's a
But
man.
you-
and I
Yeah, I don't know
guess-
about-
No, you
well,
can't.
listen.
What a man,
no,
what a man,
Nicole,
what a man.
Nicole or Noelle, whatever we're calling you this episode. You can't lay in a restaurant and do that.
You
can-
can sneak
I
it
can
though
hide.
and
You
drop
could
to the
definitely
floor.
sneak it more than the cigarette.
100%. You can sneak this
Right?
and it doesn't smell.
That's what she said.
And I
That
know
thing f***ing smells. I smell strawberry shortcake shit coming out of that.
it's strawberry
No.
Nasty as
banana.
fuck.
makes you wanna
I want to
eat.
finish on this. I'm the only smoker here. I'm the only smoker in the group of cigarettes.
Lies.
What is your biggest? Well,
No,
yeah,
no,
kind of.
yeah, no.
What's your biggest complaint about me and my smoking
Wait,
around you?
I'm sorry.
George. You answer last.
Let's
Noelle,
move.
Hold
move,
on.
like, biggest complaint about you or just your
Man,
smoking?
do you guys hate that I smoke indoors sometimes?
Yes.
Because I hate that I can't smoke on this podcast. I hate it. I'd be so much more.
Okay.
It's also
Fun.
very
No,
cold. It's January in New Jersey, and you have to open the door, and it's already cold in here.
I don't care about
That
the
part
Thank you for
bothers
being
me.
honest. Thank you for being
Bothers me
honest.
more
Leah.
than the smoke. I'm always cold.
Right, but all right. So that's
Just
that.
saying.
When we were at our other location, I genuinely was just like, you should smoke on the podcast. That's who you are. It's what we are. That's whatever. Like, do your thing. Obviously, in the comfort of your own home, no. But I don't care about the smell of cigarettes, really.
Unless it's
I just-
on me. Now I don't want
in
it.
you.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Hey.
Like, if it's on anybody else, I don't care. For me, I don't like to smell it on myself.
George, have you ever hated my guts for smoking while I was in your car?
No, actually, see, smoking doesn't bother me at all. Like it's never.
You seem pretty okay with it.
Yeah,
I've never seen you.
I mean, probably the worst that I've seen it was me, your brother Peter, Nico, and another former employee were at a table, and the three of you were smoking cigarettes, and I was like, okay, this is extreme.
okay. Yeah,
was-
that's a lot. That heavy.
That
cloud of
was
smoke.
extreme, but smoking doesn't bother me. And like in the restaurants, when it comes to the restaurant, it doesn't bother me in the restaurant because I feel like restaurants should be your safe place. It should be a place that you can just relax and have fun.
But I worked in restaurants and bars at a time when you could smoke indoors, when they had smoking and non-smoking.
Yeah.
I used to have to cap and clean ashtrays. I used to have to bring
it's
matches
actually-
and
it's
lighters
fine,
to light
yeah.
people's cigarettes. And I mean,
Yes,
you would
Leah.
go home
Yes,
every
Leah.
night disgusting, smelling like
I
smoke.
still
But who's
smoke.
but traditionally speaking, to close this out,
I
all
like a
right?
butt.
Who traditionally, Leah, between
Preach.
you and I, who are the best tippers? Smokers?
Smokers.
Of course. The good old days. of
Really?
smoke. Yeah, I could do a whole episode on why.
This is
Yeah.
They were different people. They were chill. It was just
There's a
More
chapter
free.
there's a chapter dedicated to this in my book, which is
Oh, here we go. Yanni's book over here.
which is why I would always take the smoking section. Always. Nobody wanted that because they didn't want to smell like smoke, but smokers to me.
like even in a hotel,
We're
you booked
heaven.
a smoking room because you knew you were able to party on that floor.
Oh yeah. And when
I actually did wake
when
up
I
at a
told the
hotel.
smokers, Leah, I'm sorry, your food's running a little bit late. Can I? They're like, don't worry about
we're
it,
gonna
and they
go
would
out
just
for a
light up another
smoke.
cigarette.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
I woke up in a hotel room a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
And it was
George.
a smoking room.
okay,
And I'm like, what the hell's happening over here? And it smells like crap. I'm like, okay, well, I'm on a smoking floor. And it was a party scene.
yeah.
My buddy came down.
Well,
he
they weren't
knocked
just
on-
smoking
He
cigarettes.
knocked on a room like, AC police. And everyone was like, oh, well, it's not me. So good luck with this guy. I'm like,
Legal in Jersey now, though.
yeah. So, I mean, that's smoking doesn't bother. It doesn't bother me. But as an employee, when it comes to smoking, for other employees smoking, yeah, sometimes it's not fair.
If
But
you
you know
leave
what?
someone high and dry, it's shit. Don't
you
leave
know-
someone high and dry
Just
in the
go to the bathroom.
weeds.
Go to the bathroom and relax.
Hold off. Don't leave anybody high and dry. Like, I know that you have an itch that you need to itch.
It's
At
a
the end of
butthole.
the day, we're all breaking our ass right now. It's not the time.
Yeah.
Go back. Like, when literally the second that I can take 2 breaths, and when you ask me, is there anything I can do for you? No, go take a smoke break. I don't care.
Yeah, educationally speaking, for our listeners out there and for anybody watching, that is the advice.
One thing I want to ask our viewers real quick is
Shoot.
Bum, bum, bum.
how do you feel about a server coming up smelling like cigarettes to your table?
That's good.
Do you judge them immediately, or are
Yes.
you like,
Don't
know
answer.
Oh, sorry.
This-
Come on, Beyonce.
I want to answer.
this
No,
person,
That's a
don't
great
answer.
question.
this person needs a break? Understandable. Period. Let me know. Thank
Yes.
you for tuning into Restaurant Punk, everybody.
Restaurant Punk!
Oh, my
dick! Shanary!